Hey y'all, welcome in or welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am bringing you a how to always look nice as a plus size woman, my key tips and tricks that I use daily to make sure I look chic and elevated and ready to be presentable to the outside world. Just a small little disclaimer, small little disclaimer. Some of these things that I'm going to mention today are not necessarily a bad thing, but it's going to sound a little negative just because I'm saying them in a perspective of you are a plus size woman trying to look chic and elevated rather than, you know, just ordinary like you just came out the house. So it's going to sound a little like harsh. No, it's going to sound a little different. It's going to sound like, oh, well, why can't I just wear that? Like, you clicked on this video so that you can feel a little bit elevated, a little accessorized, a little more chic and clean cut. So that's why these tips are going to be geared towards that and not just a basic style. So as you can see, I have my rack right in front of me. So let's go ahead and dive right in. So the first thing is an empty hanger, and it's because I have it on right now. I wore it to church this morning, but this is just a basic turtleneck sweater. And the tips that I have with this is, first of all, turtlenecks. I don't know why, you know, like as a kid, we didn't really like to wear turtlenecks. I don't know about y'all, but like I always had to wear turtlenecks. And I had like a school uniform, so my nana would buy me like these white school uniform shirts, but they had these turtlenecks attached to them that just, I hated them. But as an adult, you want to like elevate your look. You want to look sophisticated. You want to look chic. Just throw on a little turtleneck. It just puts you into like a, I know what I'm doing. I know where I'm going. I know what's going on type of mentality. And then the other thing about this piece is that the basicness of it, and then also the cut of it, if you can see, it kind of stops nearly right at my belt line, which is not super oversized. It's not super droopy. It's just something that's very basic, but with a nice cut. And then on top of that, the turtleneck is gonna definitely elevate your look. So the next thing, of course, you know I have to mention this, is a blazer. And this is actually a tunic blazer, so it's going to be a little longer. I could wear it with leggings if I wanted to, and I could button it up and just have it as a statement piece, or I can keep it unbuttoned and have like a satin or silk shirt underneath, which we'll get to. So of course, as you know, you probably already know this, but a blazer is definitely going to elevate your look. But the thing about plus size women with blazers, all of my tips, of course, are for me because you clicked on my video with my channel on it. But I've found that certain cuts of blazers do not work for my body type, especially if you're more top heavy. You want to make sure that you're getting blazers that kind of cinch you in at the waist. If you can see, this one kind of does it. But I was going for a different look with this, and because it's longer, it gives me the look that I'm going for rather than just getting one that sucks me in. But if you're a little top heavy, definitely get one that's a little more cinched in at the waist. It's gonna allow you a little more curvature rather than just having this big bulky suit like thing on, because with blazers, if you get the wrong cut, it's definitely gonna make you look a little more masculine. So getting one with a lot of different cuts, maybe the lapel, the lapel definitely makes a difference. And then two things that I wanted to note about this was the buttons. In my opinion, anytime you wear something with buttons, it just looks like you got it together. You know, because you think about like a zipper, it's real quick, you just rushing, you're going. But when you think about a button, you're like, dang, you took the time to put on that button up, or then you took the time to put on something that had buttons on it. So it's almost like an overarching, like, whenever you see buttons, you're like, ooh, that looks put together. That's cute. That's nice, you know? And then the last thing I was going to say about this is the material. It's not super thick. It's not overly done. It's just a simple material that gives off a good, when you look at it, it looks a little more higher end. And then on top of that, it's lightweight enough that you can wear it in the summer, winter, or fall. The next thing I'm going to say is a few different things about this one particular thing. And I think that it's going to be three main things that I say about this. And this is one that's going to sound a little different, like I gave the disclaimer in the beginning. So if you look at this dress, it's just a basic black dress. This is the length of it from H&M. Very basic, very potato sack-y looking. So the reason why I put this in is because, first of all, as you can see, it looks like a potato sack. You don't want to look like a potato sack. So what do you do different to not be a potato sack? One of the biggest things, especially as a plus size woman dressing myself, is that I have to focus on size with everything. Size and fit, size and fit, size and fit. You can wear crop tops, you can wear all types of stuff, but it's about the type of crop top you get, or the style of crop top you get, or the fact that you wear your size in that crop top. So we have on one extreme, I know a lot of people in my life, personally actually, on one extreme, they're plus size and they wear these humongous baggy clothes that makes them look even bigger. You think that it would make you look smaller because you're like, oh, it'll look like I'm kind of swallowed up in it. It does not. Please. If we're going for chic, clean, and put together, these are the tips for that. I'm not saying it about a basic wardrobe. I'm saying this only if you're trying to elevate your look and look nice, look presentable everywhere you go. So, like I said before, you get a potato sack dress, you get the size in the potato sack dress that's gonna cinch in the parts that needs to be cinched in, and droop off of the parts that you don't want to insinuate. Maybe cellulite on your legs, or maybe the fact that you have heavier arms or something like that. So get your size. It does not matter if it's a dress, pants, whatever. Take the time, get your size of staple pieces. The other thing I was gonna say about this is that because this is a potato sack, I have one that's very similar to this, just a little shinier, and it does not have this. And it's a potato sack, yet I got my size, so when I put it on, it makes me look put together. But if you want to go with a dress that's very plain and basic with the same, just one color, maybe getting something that's gonna insinuate your curve. So when you put this on, it's going to cinch in on the side, it's going to give you a little curve on this side, and then it's going to have you put together. So it's going to give you that overarching, I'm curvy, rather than I'm just, a little blueberry or something like that. So, and then the last thing I was going to say about this is, of course, material. With everything, material, get silk, get that high-end cotton look if you're going to do something. And if it looks a little cheapy, maybe getting something with a different type of design. This is a good example of that, and it's not the waffle knit, but it does have a different type of design on it, so then when people look at me, it automatically looks elevated rather than it just being a basic sweater. But the other thing I was going to say is the length of this. Now, we can wear short dresses. Like I said, plus size women can wear anything. Like we can do anything. But at the end of the day, you get the size that works for you, and therefore get the length that works for you. I'm gonna say this as a personal thing because, like I said, I try to dress a little more modestly, and I also don't feel it necessary to really show majority of my thighs. So when I'm picking out a length, it's a part on my body as a 5'8" or 5'7" woman where it looks good. It's not too short to where it's like, girl, if you open your legs for 1 second, I can see everything. And it's not too long to where it looks like I'm just like, I'm trying to cover up so much because I'm, not confident. Like, you want to look confident, you want to look put together. You get the length that's kind of insinuating certain parts, but not overdoing it to where if you just bust a move, you out there. So then the other thing I have to say about that black dress is a little black dress overall is chic, elevated. You can accessorize it and make yourself look put together just with a simple black dress. So making sure that you have a simple black dress in your wardrobe that's not overly done, pretty simple, not a lot of patterns. Add some chic to your wardrobe. The next thing is gonna be a white blouse. So there's several reasons why I ended up picking these things out, because obviously this small little capsule wardrobe thing that I have behind me, it's not going to be your, like, you know, the summation of your closet. It's just, these are the basic. As you can see, the color scheme is very muted, and it's not because you're plus size that I'm asking you to do muted tones. It's because muted tones, the blacks, the browns, the skin tones, the whites, the creams, the beiges, it's that overarching luxe feel. So, you know, as you can see in this wardrobe, or in these examples that I pulled, it's definitely a color scheme to it, very neutral, very toned down, very basic. So again, a couple things why I picked out this. First of all, white shirts, white silky satin shirts, white collared shirts, white button ups, white, y'all. It just takes you to the next level. To me, I'm thinking, and I'm just like, dang, when you have on a crisp, white, not washed out, not dingy shirt, not armpits having stains, woo, it makes you look like you just got it together. Like, how is that shirt so clean? And then on top of that, it gives you like a glow when you wear it. It's cute. It's cute. So white, just have some white shirts, white button downs, white cotton shirts, white blouses, white everything. Because first of all, they go with everything, and secondly, it just takes you up notches. Okay, another reason why I bought this is the obvious. Look at that neckline. Look at that neckline. Okay, one of the things that you see it, is a plus size woman spilling out. You look at her and you're like, you're spilling out. I don't want to spill out. You can't spill out when you choose the right neckline for your breast size. For me, a cow neck is going to be chic, elevated. I just think of those words when I see that. And that in a square neck, oh my goodness. You get you a square neck. Just try it one time, though. Straight across square neck. You'll never go back. But anyway, choosing the right neckline for your frame is definitely going to put you at an advantage, especially when you're a plus size woman that maybe is a little more bottom heavy or top heavy. Obviously, your neckline is definitely going to make a difference on how you look and overall feel in that confidence that we want to exude. And then the other reason why I picked this is material. Everything that I have here, the material matters. That when you see it, it's shiny, it's put together, it's that material. It just has an overarching luxe feel to it. It feels good. Somebody brush up against you, they're like, ooh, she look expensive. That feel expensive, you know? And then the other thing I was going to say, and this is going to kind of draw off this video a little bit because I wanted to talk about this because I suffer of it. Not suffer, but you know, I have this issue, which is the sleeve. You see that this sleeve has like a little, you know, like a bell at the bottom and it's scrunched in at this point. So another thing with, you know, being plus size, especially genetics, sometimes when you're plus size, you have bigger or larger arms. One way to disguise that is maybe getting something with a bell sleeve at the bottom, choosing a sleeve length and a sleeve size and a sleeve material that works for the size arms that you have. Now, I can't tell you what yours is, but I know that when I wear a bell sleeve, it does not insinuate the meaty part of my arm. That, along with drop shoulder. I meant to say that with this piece, this is a drop shoulder. You see how my arm starts here and this is supposed to be my shoulder. When it's a different color, you can see it better, but a drop shoulder or choosing a sleeve like a bell sleeve is definitely going to draw attention away from the size of your arms. Added on to that, again, a nice material, just looks a little chic, a little elevated, has that bell sleeve with the scrunch on it, so that's obviously going to make me look a little different. And then also it has the drop sleeve, drop shoulders as well. And then this one has just a little difference. It has a collar on it. And then the reason why I chose this one as well is not just because of the color, is the material makes it look like brown but pink. And the last thing I will say about this is, again, the cut. We can wear crop tops. This is technically a crop top, but when I put this on, it's gonna cut me right where I need to be. Right where I need to be, right at my jeans where they're high-waisted, and right where I want to be. And then on top of that, this scrunch at the bottom, if you see, is scrunchy, which means when I move, it ain't gonna move. I'm not gonna be, you know, coming out the house in a full body mirror like, oh, I look so cute when this is falling on my body, right? But when I go outside, I'm over here reaching for something or going and bending down on something, and now my whole back, my whole breast, whatever it is, out. The tip here is that you overall want to look the same at home that you look, or you want to look the same outside that you did at home. When you look in a full body mirror at home, you want your outfit to kind of stay put. So different things like the scrunch, or making sure that the crop top is at the right length and not gonna ride up on you out of nowhere, or if the wind blows the skirt, it's not gonna just like flap over. Making sure you're making those type of decisions when you pick out what you wear is gonna make you look, you know, elevated and then exude that confidence. Again, the material, silk, satin, all of that, beautiful, beautiful. These colors, beautiful. And again, crop top cut strappies. I keep saying stuff. Crop top cut strappies. But anyway, the tip with strappies, if you have not tried a strappy yet, just try it, girl. I know you don't like your arms out. I know your armpits may be a little darker than you think you would like them to be. Try a strappy shirt or a strapless shirt. I don't even think I've tried a strapless shirt, but strappy shirt, it's just overall gonna give you that like, wow, she looks so confident. She looks so like, okay, yeah, her arms may be a little bigger, but she doesn't like care. Like, she's not hiding, she's not backing down. And then that's gonna make you, you know, poke your chest out a bit and have that confidence, you know. So then again, the neckline, this is a cow neck, but it's not as drastic as the other one. So I chose this for my neck type, or my, you know, like my breast size. And then the crop top is going to hit me right. The other thing I will say about crop tops is that you can choose a lot of different crop tops, but again, back to our last tip, we want to make sure that when we leave the house, we look how we looked when we looked in the mirror that morning. So if I'm wearing a crop top that's this cropped, I'm going to definitely put on a high-waisted something, a high-waisted skirt, high-waisted leggings, high-waisted jeans, something that's going to make sure that when I'm reaching for the tomatoes at the bottom of the row, I am still covered and I'm not overdone. And then throwing on a cardigan with this can also be another tip to make sure that you are always covered. You know, you want to make sure that when you're out in public, you don't really like pull on, you don't have to pull on your clothes all the time. You don't have to pull it down or pull it up or move it around. And that's going to relate to the two tips before, making sure that you're picking the right size and the right cut for your body type. The next thing is going to be something you probably already heard before. But girl, if you don't put on that skirt, okay, just put on the skirt. Wear the skirt, okay? I know that there are some women out there that do not like their legs. They just do not. Plus size or not, they just do not like their legs. So I'm just gonna put it out there. Just wear the skirt once or twice. Wear the skirt with high knee boots or something the first time. Wear the skirt with stockings or leggings under the first time. I promise you, it just gives you an overall put together look, and it gives you something different than those same jeans you're wearing, or it gives you something different than those same pants or sweatpants or whatever the case may be. So just put on a skirt and try it with the basic shirt at first, and then maybe do some adventuring out after a little bit. Again, this has the buttons, and I wanted to take this one off too, or take this one off, because it has the asymmetric line. As you can see, it doesn't all come together like at the bottom. It's not just one straight line, it's an asymmetric line. If you can get that on your waist line too, they make some pants that kind of like, you know, have like the waist, one side goes this way and the other side goes this way. That's definitely going to accentuate your curves, give you that confidence. And then on top of that, just the bottom asymmetric. It's gonna pull you in and just make you look a little more like put together. I have this one in there for the same reason. Just wear the skirt. It's a nice material. But the prints, we're just gonna talk about prints for a second, okay? Now, I don't want to step on no toes, but I'm gonna just let you know, prints are weird in general. Whether you're plus size, whether you're skinny, whether you're real tiny and, you know, underweight or whatever the case may be, prints are weird. Therefore, choosing a print that looks good on you is very important. Don't just go and buy these overly printed things, all cheetah print suits with a cheetah print hat, and be like, oh, I look put together. I'm not trying to step on toes, y'all. I'm just saying, a basic print with a plain shirt, or vice versa, a nice print for the pants with a plain shirt, or a nice print on the top with a plain pair of pants. Even a print on the shoes sometimes is good, and that's it. Don't overdo the prints, okay? Just a basic one, and if you are venturing out with different prints, just get you one like this. Plaid is a good place to start because first of all, it's timeless, and secondly, it's not going to be a lot of color in most of them, but it's not going to be overly done, and then it gives you just straight lines, clean cut type of look. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that it inspired you to live life abundantly through pursuit of the life that God has for you through Christ Jesus. I hope that this video drew you back to God. I look forward to seeing you watching my next one. Peace out.